Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a very wet and miserable Wales, but I don't care because today I am super excited to be driving this, the brand new F70 BMW M135. Now, before we go and take this for a drive, let's just really quickly recap some of the design cues on this car that's changed. So we've got a softer front end with a different design grille here, different LED lights down the front, a completely new bumper at the front. We've got M wing mirrors, we've got different wheel designs. The side profile is pretty similar to what it was before. This car is only available as a 5-door as well. Round the rear, we've got completely different design to the rear diffuser, the rear lights, and we've got quad exhaust pipes on this car. Inside the car, there is again a very big difference. I'm not going to touch on them too much because we've already done an in-depth walk around of this car, and if you want to see that, please use the link in the top of this screen. But we've got a new steering wheel with new design all around here. We've got M colours everywhere. There's a dead ahead stripe up here. We've got BMW's brand new operating system 9 infotainment screen with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, all of that stuff. There's now no air conditioning buttons here. It's all done on the screen. We've got flashes of M all over the place. So stitching on the dash here, newly designed dashboard. We've got brand new M seats as well, which are superb. And then I overall love the way this car looks in here. We have a host of changes that have just brought it right up into line with the rest of the BMW lineup. But today isn't about any of that. Today is about how this car drives. And there is only one way to find out. So here we are then, in one of the cars that I have been most looking forward to driving this year. And let me just explain that. You might be thinking, oh, why are you so excited to drive a 1 Series? But this to me is incredibly attainable. Don't get me wrong, I adore the really big M4s, M5s. I'm really looking forward to the new M5. But I can't afford those. I can't have one of those. Whereas these cars, I've had in the past an M140i, a couple of the previous F40 M135i's. So this for me is such an important car because this is the entry level into BMW performance. This is the car that has excited me most because I adored the previous F40 generation. And this, obviously, being the new one, I've been so excited to get behind the wheel and drive one. So let's just run through a few different bits. Let's start with what's up front. So we have the same 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine that we had before, only with slightly less horsepower. We've now got pretty much bang on 300 horsepower. 0 to 62 is still around that 5-second mark, which is pretty brisk. It still has that xDrive system, which is predominantly a front-wheel drive based system. And to be honest, when you accelerate, you can kind of feel that you're being pulled along rather than pushed, but I don't think that's a bad thing. All the power is put to the road now via a 7-speed gearbox. So that is a difference. In the previous one, it was the 8-speed. In this one, it's now a 7-speed. But what's it like in here? What's it like just to drive on the road? Well, you've got several driving modes which actually make quite a big difference to that experience. The car is currently in personal, which, to be honest, is like the old comfort mode. So that's just the standard setting that the car will start in. And it's lovely, to be honest. It's really, really lovely to drive. There is a very, very slight hard edge to the suspension, which is what you'd want from a hot hatch. You want that little bit of sort of vertical travel. You want that just to feel like you're in something very sporty and on it. But other than that, it's a joy to drive. Seating position is absolutely spot on. These seats are absolutely incredible. Absolutely love them. They're mega. All the infotainment, the center screen, everything is just wonderful. It's now great to look out over some M wing mirrors. I know that's probably going to be quite controversial because people are going to go, it's not a full M car, but BMW have been doing this for a while now. All M performance and M cars get these wing mirrors now, and I love that. I think it looks fantastic. It feels inherently special because you've got those, and then the steering wheel is amazing. I mean, the paddles are these sort of red backed big paddles. They're really lovely to use as well, a really nice tactile finish to them. You've then got the dead ahead red stripe over the top of the steering wheel. You've got the M stitching throughout the steering wheel as well, and it's just lovely. It's a really cracking place to sit, really great place to spend time. So if you were looking at using this, and let's be honest, everybody is, so as an everyday car, something just to pootle around in, it's fantastic. I can't comment on what the MPG does because this car is brand new, so it hasn't been run in, I don't know what it's going to do MPG, but I imagine it's going to be very similar to the previous one. But it's just as an everyday car, I love it. I already love it. I've spent probably a good 25 minutes to half an hour now driving on my way to some faster roads to really discover what this thing is like when you press on. And yeah, just to pootle along, it's great. The sound system's great. This has got the Harman Kardon sound system. Heads-up display is super clear, super lovely. And it's just, yeah, it's wonderful. But we're about to be released here because I've been stuck behind a truck for quite a long time. So let's go down here to My Modes and let's drop it into Sport mode. Immediately, the tone changes. Of course, that is pumped through the speakers, but to be honest, that's just what we've got to get used to. We can't have big, loud, leery cars anymore because just legislation won't allow it. So I'm going to put that into gearbox into Sport as well, and let's just see. She picks up her feet. Yep, absolutely picks up her feet. The sound is fantastic as well, and yes, I know it's pumped through the speakers, but in here is where you're going to hear it, so why not make it sound good in here? There's a little pop on the upshift and some burbles on the downshift. The steering has completely woken up. It's gone from being very light. The steering at low speeds is very, very light, which helps in maneuverability, but then once you start to pick up some speed, it really weights up really nicely. Gearbox is super responsive. And that xDrive system, I mean, you can probably see that today is not a nice day. The roads are soaking wet, but it's just so confidence inspiring around every single corner. And it's quick. Oh, it's quick. Brakes feel super good as well, really responsive, really strong. The downshifts are lightning fast. And then it picks up its feet so well. You can really cover ground in this car really, really well. Any conditions, any road. Oh, it's so impressive. I think what it's done is it's taken what was so great about the F40 near the end of its life cycle, after they did that little increase in sort of the performance capabilities of it with some sort of chassis changes, and they've just brought that to this one and given it's got character. Oh, it's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. It's just so capable, so confidence inspiring when you're really wanting to press on across the ground. It's brilliant. Oh, it has not disappointed. It's fantastic. And please, if you are interested in one of these, do go and check one out at your nearest Sytner BMW retailer, because they're brilliant. They're brilliant. And I know I'm getting a lot of stick from our walk around videos about how much I really like this car and how much I like the way it looks, but you know what? I'm not bothered. Give me stick, because I think it's fantastic. I love the way it looks. I love the way it drives. And I very much want one. Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah. I could just drive this all day. What a brilliant machine. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come. Yeah, and if you want any more information on the new 1 Series or the 135 or the 120, please use the link in the description of this video to get in contact with your nearest Sytner BMW retailer. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. And I'm just going to go and enjoy this car.